All right, hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. This week we are out in Mundaring. Out here you can see the weir and all that stuff. And we're not alone, we have Cam here as well.
Yo.
Give us a wave.
Yo.
Keen for a run, Cam?
Every day.
Awesome, cool. We're going to go for a run just down parts of the Bilberman Mountain here. And let's get into it. Woo! Hoo-ah! We've just made it over to the Mundaring Weir. That was a decent run, wasn't it, Cam?
That was fun, downhill.
Yeah, all downhill. Love me a good downhill run. It's less effort. But yeah, check it out. Out here at the weir. It's pretty stunning, really. If only we could jump off. Unfortunately, people need water, so yeah, otherwise it'd just be like straight off. Straight down there.
Throw the GoPro, gives them the full experience.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have a go. It's funny because I have the strap on, but I still don't want to throw it.
Just commit, just throw it off.
Ready? So we've just been walking around, reading signs, and having a look at the reasons why we can't jump in it. Tell us a couple interesting facts about this dam, Cam.
So this is the Mundaring Weir, and I guess it supplies all the drinking water to the Eastern Goldfields, Kalgoorlie kind of area. They built like a 560 kilometre steel pipeline out to that region from here in Perth, which is just mental to think about. It's like, I think, one of the longest pipelines in the world that transports drinking water. And yeah, pretty epic feat of engineering. And then it's just beautiful as well. Like, look.
Yeah, it's
look
just mad. It's just
unreal.
Mad. Woo!
Dams are pretty cool. They're pretty damn cool.
Go! And there's a good echo.
Those walls like reverbing.
Yeah, some reverb walls. Yeah.
That brings water in only,
Right.
and it's connected to Canning Dam over
Right.
yonder.
All right. We've just had a lovely chat with some old chap. It was very nice, actually. Just told us, well, he told you some history, but he told us the history.
Yeah.
Way more history than any sign there would have told us. Yeah, he was a real expert on it. It was great. But now we're just headed back to where the car is. But it's more uphill, so it'll be a little bit less fun. A little less exciting, yeah, more grueling. But yeah, we're gonna make our way back there. Okay, so getting into the topic of this week's video, which is how I pretty much lost everything. And by lost everything, I don't mean like everything in my whole life, but my recent Bremer Bay trip, which if you haven't watched yet, you should go watch. My last two videos are a bit of a vlog, as well as some cinematic footage of my trip away down to Bremer Bay with people like Cam, who's still sitting next to me.
Watch the video.
Yeah. And Luke and Trev, some good mates of ours. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go check that out, because this is going to be a bit about that. Basically, what happened was that we were on the drive back, which was a long drive. It's like 7 hours, right? It's like a 7-hour drive, and we didn't have too much to do in the car. I was probably like 4 or 5 hours in. And so I was like, okay, well, I might edit some of the photos that I took on the trip. So I go and I get my SD card out and I put it into my little dongle thing and plug it into my phone, because I was like, I don't have my laptop, so I'll just edit on my phone. So I take the first lot of stuff over and I edit the photos. And I was like, cool, that's awesome. I had a bit of fun editing them, and some of them turned out really cool. You can check them out on my Instagram. I just plug in everything today, just my Instagram, that's down below too. So I got to my second SD card that had like the majority of the footage on it, pretty much everything. The other one only had a couple of clips. So I plug it in, I put it into my phone, and I selected all the photos that I wanted. And I went to transfer them over to my phone. But I got some weird error message after a couple transfers that said it couldn't transfer any of them. So I was like, okay. And I went into the SD card kind of file manager thing on my phone and watched as everything on the SD card got completely wiped. Everything just deleted itself. And I searched for like literally for hours through files searching for. I literally was on the verge of crying. Cam could see how devastated I was.
It was so sad.
It was super sad. And I was like, what the heck do I do? And I'm like, it can't just go missing. Like stuff like this can't just disappear out of nowhere. So like I looked for even longer, and I got home and I was like, oh, well, I guess I can't find it. So it was like, I was super sad again. And I was like, okay, maybe if I put it in on my computer, it'll just all show up. And I put it on there, didn't show up. So I was sad again. It was just some crazy roller coaster of emotions. And then I was like, nah, surely it can't just wipe. So I did some Googling and then got some data recovery software, went through, and I was like, oh, awesome, it's all there. So I got it all, and I went to play one of the videos, and it was super glitchy and awkward, and there was no audio, and I was just like, oh no, they just all corrupt. So I'm there, and it just keeps going from bad to worse, and I'm like at the end of myself. I've spent money on 3 different programs, and on this third one, I was just like, look, I'm gonna scan the original SD card again for my files, one last time, and if I don't get them, then it doesn't happen. And so that Wednesday, I headed over to Cam's house because we were gonna do some editing, and that was me hoping that the footage was back by then. I was still holding hope. We sat there for like half a day. Yeah. Cam did some editing, and I just...
It was hours.
Yeah, it was hours.
We're watching the percentage tick up, just hoping.
Yeah.
Hoping.
And I'm like, yeah, I was just talking because I had nothing to edit. Yeah. And then it didn't even happen. Oh no, it was there. Well, I was still there.
Yeah.
So it scanned them all and went through them all, and I recovered it, and I opened the file and I checked the video, and boom, it was all there. Every single file, the audio was there, the quality was the same, and everything was back to normal. Literally, I could not have been more stoked. I think I was like probably more excited than I had been at any point during the whole trip itself.
Yeah.
Just getting it all back, like knowing that you've worked so hard to film things intentionally, to take photos intentionally, to make videos, to work towards the stuff that I'm putting on this channel, and to just have it delete itself. Like, man, if it had just deleted and I never got it back in that one moment, I dead set would have cried. But like the fact that it was like gradual, just disappointments. It was really drawn out, but it meant that I could kind of handle it a bit better. I think one of the really good takeaways from that for me was just how much I value what I make, how much I value my craft in filming stuff, in taking photos. But it also showed the value that I should hold more value in the experiences themselves. Sure, I loved the trip, but in losing it, part of me told myself that it was worthless, that the trip was worthless. But until losing that, did I actually realize, man, either way, that trip was insane, and I would do it all again. And I would do it all again without footage. Because it's not about the YouTube video that I make. It's not about the photos that I take. As much as I love that, and as much as that is a passion of mine, being able to go and experience nature, being able to go and see those ridiculous amounts of dolphins, and mountains, and go full driving, and just go to places I've never been, that's what sells it. That's what sells something like that. It's not whether I got a good video out of it or not. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story. You never would have experienced that or even had a glimpse of that from watching the videos themselves, but there was a heck of a lot of chaos in the 2 days leading up to me editing those videos and getting them out. So yeah, I'm really happy to have them, to be able to show you guys the stuff that we did, but it's not the be all and end all. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna pack up, we're gonna get our stuff and head back home. If nothing else crazy happens before the way there, thanks for watching, thanks for being a part of this video, and I'll see you next week.